quiet, peaceful night. Abdullah closed his Quran slowly after a long time of reading. His heart was filled with a deep longing for a world he had never seen before. He raised his hands toward the sky and said with complete humility, "O Allah, grant me paradise and make me among its people." Then he went to sleep, leaving this world behind in moments. But he did not wake up in his room. He opened his eyes to find himself standing in a place that takes one's breath away, a place that looks nothing like earth. The soil beneath his feet smelled like pure musk. Beautiful tall trees looked as if they were made of light, and crystal clear rivers flowed gently. Abdullah stood there completely amazed, asking himself, "Where am I? And how did I get here?" He did not know that his beautiful journey into paradise had just begun. Abdullah began to walk very slowly, fearing his footsteps might disturb this perfect beauty. The air here revives the soul. In a single second, it erases every pain or sadness he had ever felt in worldly life. A gentle voice whispered to him, "This is Jannah al-Mawa, the paradise of abode, the safe place where believers rest, those who feared God and disciplined themselves in the world." He looked around slowly. He saw shining white palaces surrounded by vast green gardens and trees with deep, comforting shades. He saw the people there sitting in absolute peace, their faces smiling, completely free from worry. Abdullah said in wonder, "If this beautiful bliss is only the very first place, what must come after it?" Abdullah continued his path, and with every step, the place became wider and much more beautiful. He entered vast spaces called Jannah al-Naim, the paradise of delight. Here he saw incredible things, whole rivers of pure milk and rivers of clear honey flowing smoothly across the land. He saw luxurious gatherings where people sat facing each other, laughing, their hearts pure and free from any jealousy or hatred. Abdullah walked near a tree filled with fruits. The moment he thought about picking one, the branches lowered themselves automatically and brought the fruits right to his hand. He stopped and said in amazement, "There is no waiting here. Everything you wish for happens in the exact same moment." The voice replied, "This is the reward for those who did good in their worship and in their treatment of people." Then the scenery changed around him, leading him into a very stable and magnificent place. Jannah Aden, the Gardens of Eden, a place built upon absolute perfection. The palaces there were built of gold and silver bricks, smelling incredibly beautiful. Its gardens stretched without end, and its fruits are always there, never disappearing. The rivers flowed gently underneath the palaces like moving light. Abdullah felt the majesty of this permanent place, where nothing fades or decreases, but instead everything grows more beautiful. He said in a soft voice, "So here, souls live in true safety. Here, there is no end." The voice told him, "This is the home Allah prepared for the truthful and for those who were patient in obeying Him." Abdullah stopped for a moment of silence, looking at this great bliss, trying to believe what his eyes were seeing. My dear viewer, if you are living this journey with Abdullah with all your heart and wishing from the depth of your soul to be with him in this place, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to support us. Because what comes next in Abdullah's journey is beyond all human imagination. After that, Abdullah ascended to a place filled with a very special calmness and serenity. This is Dar al-Salam, the home of peace. As soon as he walked into it, a great peace filled his heart, erasing all the problems and worries of the world. No fear of death, no sadness over the past, no sickness, and not a single word that could hurt the soul. There he saw people walking with glowing faces, rejoicing with one another and living in complete love. Most beautiful of all, peace and safety came to them as a great honor from Allah, the most merciful. Abdullah smiled and said with comfort, "Finally, my heart found true rest after the exhausting life of the world." Then vast spaces opened up before him that had no end, and they introduced it as Dar al-Khuld, the home of eternity. Whenever he looked toward the distant horizon, he saw no end, only a continuous light, endless gardens, and palaces behind palaces. Here Abdullah understood the true meaning of the place. Time had stopped. There is no death, no separation from loved ones, and the bliss never ends. Here a person stays forever young without aging, and healthy without ever getting sick. Abdullah wept out of pure joy and said as he looked around, "So, this is the real home, where a person lives forever without any fear." Then Abdullah felt a strange, wonderful spiritual comfort that cannot be described. This is Jannah al-Ridwan, the paradise of divine approval. The place where the people of paradise do not look at the palaces or rivers, but turn their hearts and ears with deep longing to hear the words of Allah Almighty. Allah, glory be to Him, calls out to the people of paradise and says to them, "I bestow my pleasure upon you, and I will never be angry with you ever again." In that moment, Abdullah realized that Allah's pleasure is the greatest blessing in paradise, a joy so immense that it makes a person forget every other luxury. He breathed deeply and said, "If Allah is pleased with me, then all tiredness is gone and true happiness has begun." Then the greatest moment arrived, the final station of his journey. Abdullah rose to the highest place in paradise, a place of supreme majesty that captures the eyes and leaves the mind in awe. He ascended to Iliyun, and from there, he settled in Firdus al-A'la, the highest paradise. Here, everything went silent. The light here was incredibly powerful and breathtaking. This is the absolute highest of all paradises. Abdullah looked up to see the sky, but he found no sky. Instead, he saw the throne of the most merciful, Arsh al-Rahman, as the direct ceiling of this place. The magnificent throne of Allah radiated light and majesty right above the heads. From underneath the throne directly, the four great rivers of paradise flowed out to water all the other stations below. Here lived the prophets, the messengers, the righteous, and those who achieved the highest levels of faith. Abdullah fell to his knees, weeping from the intense beauty and majesty, and said with tears, "O Allah, make me, and make everyone listening to me right now, among the people of Firdus al-A'la." Suddenly, everything disappeared. Abdullah woke up quickly, breathing heavily. He found himself sitting on his bed in his dark room, with tears of joy and humility still on his cheek. He looked beside him and saw the Holy Quran in its place. The room was cold, but his heart was completely filled with the light of Jannah. He replayed the journey in his mind, knowing his life had to change. He wiped his tears, stood up to perform wudu, ablution, and prayed in the depth of the night. He said with full certainty, "O Lord, do not make this just a dream, but make it my real home and final destiny." From that night on, Abdullah's life changed completely. He no longer cared about the petty problems of the world. The world became just a short path leading him to paradise, straight to Firdus al-A'la. If you have traveled with me to the end of this journey with all your heart, you did not just listen to a story, you listened to a direct message for your soul. The paradise we wish for is not far away, but it requires a step from us, a humble prayer, a sincere repentance, and keeping ourselves away from what is forbidden in these short days of worldly life. The race toward Firdus is ongoing, So do not be unmindful. Share your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel to join us on our upcoming journeys. And write in the comments, "O Allah, grant us Firdus al-A'la." Perhaps it will align with an hour of acceptance, and Allah will show mercy to us all. Stay in Allah's protection, and peace be upon you and the mercy of Allah and His blessings.